Hi guys, welcome to Manoeuvre Clat 2019 video. In this session, we'll talk about the English syllabus. Knowing the syllabus is the first stepping stone, as it will give you the complete idea of what you have to study. So English plays an important role, as the paper is of 200 marks with 200 questions and which has to be answered in 120 minutes. Number of questions is 40. Number of marks is 40 for the English section, and each correct answer will fetch you 1 mark, whereby there is a negative marking of 0.25 marks. So each incorrect answer will take away 0.2 marks from your paper. Okay, so now we'll give you the idea about the syllabus for Clat. Now in the vocabulary part, you have antonyms, synonyms and analogies. Now what is antonym? Antonyms is nothing but the opposite. It is nothing but the opposite. So to solve antonyms, you have to first find out the meaning of the word asked. The meaning of the word asked. So you say if the word asked is accomplished. So the meaning of the word accomplished is done or over. So the opposite can be something like unfinished, incomplete. Okay, so that is the way you have to solve an antonym. Now what is synonym? Synonym is something the same meaning. It is something the same meaning you have to give for the word. Now say the word is candid. The word is candid. So the options may be like sweet, pleasing, frank or dishonest. So you can say the option over here, the correct option is frank. Okay, so we say the Shah Rukh Khan has given a candid interview. So we can say the Shah Rukh Khan has given the candid interview, okay, the frank interview. Now we see what is an analogy. Analogy is, we have to develop relation between the pairs given. We have to give, understand the relation between the pairs given, and we have to apply that relation to the given options. Now say if the option is editor and the newspaper. Okay, so we say the editor makes the newspaper. Okay, so now that can be the same analogy. We can make it for the teacher or the school, for lecturer and the university, or the architect and the design. So the correct answer is the architect and the design. Okay, so that is where it is all about the relationship between the words. That is analogy. Now fill in the blanks and close test. Now what is the filling the blanks over here? Filling the blanks over here is where you will give a sentence and there is a blank in it, and you have to fill it by choosing the options given from it, which is vocabulary based, and the options given will be very much close. Okay, the options given which is very much close, and you have to answer as per the meaning of the sentence given. Same as with the close test. Close test is whereby you are given a paragraph, in that there will be 5 of 10 blanks, whereby the options are very much similar to each other because the name suggests close test. The name suggests close test. So if I am telling you that Neha is suffering from dash diseases, so now can I say it is a chronic disease, or can I say it is an acute disease or irregular disease? So with the word disease, with the word infection, the best word suits is the chronic. So the answer is the chronic, not the irregular or something like that. So it is all about the vocab. Now word usage and spell check. Word usage, and we have to use the right word in the spell check. Spell check, if you take the word professor, in the spell check you take the word professor. The real spelling is this. Okay, the real spelling is this. But now they might give you another form of the spellings to confuse you. Okay, so they might be giving you another form of the words to confuse you. So you have to tick the mark which is of the correct option. Now comes the idioms and the phrases. Okay, what are the idioms and the phrases? They might give you certain idioms, like say to keep the ball rolling, or say between the devil and the deep sea. So if it is to keep the ball rolling, what does it mean? It means to continue the work. In any given situation, you have to continue the work. Same way, between the devil and the deep sea, it means you are in a dilemma. Okay, you are in a dilemma. So that is all about the idioms and the phrases. Now one word substitution. One word substitution. You can get something like which can be eatable. Okay, so that is edible. Now that which lasts forever or is never ending, so you can say it is eternal. It is eternal. So last over here is rearrangement of sentence or parajumbles. Now parajumbles is nothing but this is a higher version of rearrangement of the sentence. So over here there might 4 to 5 options they will give you. Okay, they will give you 4 to 5 options whereby the whole sentences are jumbled up. So you have to rearrange them, naming them. Say over here the fourth sentence is the first sentence. Okay, then the fifth sentence is the second sentence. So that way when you arrange these sentences, rearrange these sentences, it gives you a meaningful paragraph. Now how you have to solve this? You have to solve it with certain techniques. Certain techniques are like forming the mandatory pairs. What are the mandatory pairs? Like first you use the noun, then you use the pronoun. First you explain the subject and then you give an example. So the explanation part will be first and the example part will follow. Same way, first a question is asked, then you have to answer it. So question and answer. So that way you can make the mandatory pairs accordingly. With the help of the tricks and the techniques, you can solve the whole para jumble. Okay. Now, these are all these topics, like in English usage grammars, everything is based on the grammar rule. Okay, everything is based on the grammar rule. Spotting errors. What is spotting error? There is a sentence given you which is fragmented into 5 parts. Okay, which is fragmented into 5 parts. The fifth part being no error. The fifth part being no error. So over here, if you say there is an error over here, so you mark label third part as your error detection. So if there is no error in the question, then you go for the no error option. So these sentences are based on the grammar rule. Same way is the sentence improvement. Sentence improvement. In this type of sentence, they give you the sentence and mark a particular part of the sentence and they ask you to improve that particular part of the sentence based on the grammar rule. Say, I'll give you an example. Neither Nepal requires the Indian citizens obtain passports to enter the country, or Bhutan does. Now, if there is a error over here, or Bhutan does, so we all know with neither word the mandatory pair is nor. The mandatory pair is nor. So what will be the answer? Nor Bhutan does. Okay, so how the sentence will form is, neither Nepal requires the Indian citizens obtain passports to enter the country, nor does Bhutan. So there is an error over here and you have to improve that sentence. Okay, now lastly you come to the reading comprehension. It is mentioned, read the passage carefully and answer the questions. When when somebody is mentioning about reading comprehension, the students get maximum scared over here to lose marks because they find the passage to be really highly vocabbed and don't understand the way to crack it. But the simple rule is that you have to understand the tone of the passage. Then what you have to do, you have to understand whether the passage is positive or negative, and you have to understand the central idea of the passage and what the author is trying to tell you. So, following these techniques, you can easily crack the questions about it. So, whatever answer you mark has to be according to the information provided in the passage and not your personal views and information regarding the topic going on. That is the best tip I can give you for English comprehension. And if you follow that, if you answer your questions in this slide, then you will 100% give a correct option. So, this is the way you have to work hard for your English syllabus. And if you are Mumbai based, you can join our classroom program and you can contact on this number. And if you are not based in Mumbai, then you can join us with the online program. We have videos, mock tests and ebooks for it. And you can check out our site manoeuvre.edu.com. And if you want to get upcoming updates about the videos, please hit the subscribe button. And if you like my videos, please hit the like button. And if you want to help your friends and relatives in preparing for their exams, do share our videos. And lastly, thank you and all the best.